So we are going to get into net ionic equation. All right. When we take salt and we dissolve it in water, do we see the salt anymore? When it's dissolved?
If it's in cold water, it might take a little while, but
it takes a little while, but it dissolves, right, David? It does dissolve, and you cannot see it. Why can't you see the salt anymore? When you say it's dissolved, what is actually happening to the salt particle? It's breaking up the particle. What is salt becoming? Salt is breaking down into, let's say this, salt is NaCl. Is that correct? What can salt break down into? It breaks down into Na plus Cl minus. What are these? These are the ions. And when they break apart into their ions, you cannot see them anymore. Does that make sense? The particle size is much smaller that you cannot see it anymore. Do you understand this concept? Okay? So, there are a large number of ionic compounds that can be formed. These are all the metals, the cations. These are all the polyatomic ions that you have memorized. There are a lot more, right? But we have a couple of them. And a plus can combine with a minus and make a compound. Does that make sense? Now, sometimes some of these compounds dissolve. Some of these compounds don't dissolve. When they don't dissolve, can you see them in water? Yes, you will be able to see them as a solid in water. Does that make sense? So this little chart here tells you, if I have the word aqueous, it means it has dissolved. Are you with me? And if I have the word solid, it means it has not dissolved. It's a solid in water. Do you understand this concept? So, the first thing I want my students to do is locate sodium, locate iodine in the chart. Sodium is the cation, iodine is the anion. Tell me, will it be AQ or will it be a solid? Go ahead. Can I do the first one for you? All right. So here is sodium. Do you see sodium here? Is this sodium? What is the second half? I. So where do these two meet? Do they meet there? Is that the line where sodium and I meet? What does it say about this substance? It's aqueous, meaning it will dissolve. It will break apart. All right? So that first substance is AQ. Can you go ahead and try the other ones and write down the symbols, and we'll discuss the answers in about a minute or two. Can you do that, Luke, with your sheet? Locate the cation and the anion and tell me what is the symbol that goes besides it. How long? 1 or 2 minutes. 2 minutes max. Not 3, 2. So you will be given a question like this on the test. You will be given a chart and you'll be asked to do this question. Okay? Is everybody done? Is anybody still working on it? Okay. But that doesn't matter. If everybody's done, I'm moving on. Mike, what do you have for silver nitrate? Yes? Let's look at silver and nitrate. This is silver and that is nitrate. Is that right? I see AQ, not S. Is that right? That is AQ. Zoe, what do you have for lead to chloride? Solid is correct. What do you have, Katie, for ammonium chloride? This one, ammonium chloride.
Which Katie?
You.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ammonium chloride is soluble.
So it's AQ.
AQ.
The other Katie, what do you have for copper 2 hydroxide? Solid? Huh? Soluble or solid? S? S or AQ? S, very good. What do you have for aluminum hydroxide, Annie? S, that is correct. Okay? So now let's flip to the back and let's see how we're going to use this one. Okay, we need whether it's an S or an AQ besides this. Lena, can you look up PbNO3 and tell me what is the symbol that goes besides it? Pb and NO3. AQ. Luke, can you look up barium and iodine and tell me what is the symbol that goes besides it? Barium and iodine. Just look barium up and look iodine up and tell me what it is. I'm coming back to you for the next example. David, what do you have for barium and iodine? Barium and iodine is AQ2. Alright, back to Luke. What do you have for PbI2? S. Pb and I2 is an S. Alright? Salim, what do you have for barium and nitrate? AQ. Alright? So, the first step when an equation like this is given is to determine which is AQ and which is a solid. Do we know how to do this? Okay. The next step is, do you all know what the charges are for the polyatomic ions? Do you know them? And you should also have a periodic table with you when you do this activity. Please have a periodic table in front of you.
You always say AQ.
So I need to know my polyatomic,
You always say AQ.
3 of them are AQ, 1 is a solid. Alright? Hydroxide, nitrate, sulfate, carbonate, phosphate, ammonium, is that right? And chlorate. Oh no, so chlorine, I forget the chlorate. So chlorate is a ClO3 minus 1. Now, let's look at this compound. Did we write AQ besides it? Yes or no?
Yes.
For the first one.
Yes.
So, what is the charge on nitrate? What is the charge on nitrate, guys? Nitrate is a -1. But how many nitrate ions are there? 2. So, if it's a -2, what will cancel a -2? What is the charge on lead? +2. Is that right? So now you're going to split the aqueous ions into their aqueous ones into their ions. So the first ion should be Pb +2. Do you understand how I got the +2 for Pb? Did everybody understand that? Plus, how many nitrate ions are there? How many nitrates are there? 2. So I write a 2 in front. And then I write NO3. And what is the charge on nitrate? -1. Remember, they break into their ions, so I need to see the charge. If I don't see that, you will lose points on a test. plus, can you look up your periodic table and tell me what's the charge on barium? What is barium's charge? Plus 2. So it's aqueous. So I'm going to split it up and say barium is a plus 2. Plus, how many iodine ions are there?
2.
2. And what is the charge on iodine?
-1.
Negative 1. So I need to write 2I minus 1. That's just my reactant side. Is that right? Now, I'm going to put an arrow. My PbI2 is a solid. Can I break it apart? Can I break apart a solid?
No.
So I'm going to keep PbI2 as it is. Plus, what is the charge on barium again? Plus 2. And how many nitrates do I have? 2. And what is the charge on nitrate? Negative 1. Do you understand this step? Do you understand what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Okay. So now it says, cancel the ions that are common to both sides. Meaning, is there a Pb2 plus here? Is there a Pb2 plus on the other side? I can cancel it, right? Is there a 2NO3 minus here?
Yes.
Is there a 2NO3 minus on the other side? So I can cancel the 2NO3 and the 2NO3. I have a Ba2 plus here. Do I have a Ba2 plus on the other side? So can I cancel that? Okay? So what is left behind? That is rewriting the net ionic equation. What is left behind? Do I have Pb plus 2
Yes.
plus, what else is left behind?
2I -1.
2I negative 1, giving me what on the product side?
PB.
PbI2. Do you understand how to write a net ionic equation? Do you understand it? Okay. We're going to go on and we're going to complete the second problem. Did Luke help me? Salim help me, right? Abby, can you look up barium acetate and tell me what is the state symbol? AQ. So barium acetate is AQ. Did Haley help me? Haley, tell me what is copper sulfate? AQ. Did Vanessa help me? Vanessa, did you help? What is copper acetate? AQ. Okay. Who's on this side? Karina, what is BaSO4? S. So BaSO4 is an S. Okay. So we're going to split. This is AQ, so I'm going to split it up. What is the charge on barium again? Barium is a plus 2. Plus, I know you kids haven't done this, but is the charge for acetate there on the previous side? Is that right? What is the charge on acetate? Negative 1. And how many acetates does this one have? 2. So I'm going to write 2 C2 hydrogen 3 O2 minus 1 plus, what is the charge on sulfate, guys? Sulfate is a negative 2. So what will it be on copper? Plus 2. So copper is a plus 2 plus sulfate is a negative 2. It breaks apart. Again, the next one is also AQ. Can I break that apart?
Wait, I have a question.
Yes.
Don't you gotta break up the CH and the O?
No. It stays together. That's a polyatomic ion, which we didn't memorize.
Why did you write 2C2?
Because there is a 2 outside. Do you see that? There are 2 of them.
No, I don't see any 2C2.
BaC2 hydrogen 3O2 and there is a 2 outside. Do you see that?
Oh,
That's why it tells me there are 2 acetates. Okay? So that will split up into copper with a plus 2 How many acetates will it split into? Will it split into 2 again? Is that right? Do you see the 2 outside the bracket? Do you see that? Will I split up BaSO4? Look, are you writing this down? Or do we split up BaSO4? Salim, what do we do? Do we split it up or not? What does it say besides BaSO4? Can you split it up? No. So you just write BaSO4. Are we good? Yeah. Okay. Are you understanding what I'm doing?
Yeah, yeah, please.
Everybody is understanding? Any questions? We have a couple of minutes left of class. So we can probably do homework, finish homework during class and get that checked out. So you'll have no homework, and there is a quiz on this when you're walking out of class. We'll do a little bit more practice and then I'll give you a quiz, alright? So let's see. What are the common ions? Katie, can I cancel B on both sides? Katie Urban Rock, can I cancel B on both sides? Is no. Okay, very good. Can I cancel acetate on both sides? Okay, so I'm canceling acetate. Annie, can I cancel copper on both sides? I can cancel copper. Can I cancel sulfate? No. So what is my net ionic reaction? B plus 2 giving BaSO4. Now, I'm going to stop teaching at this time. I need all my students to work through the last problem themselves and show me the work. No, they can take their time, and after that they can go on and do their homework for the remainder.